Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. For those that don't know me, my name is Amber and I am 29 weeks pregnant today. For today's video, I thought I would switch it up and do something a little bit different. I actually have my 3-hour glucose test today. So I thought I would bring you guys along with me for that experience. If you don't know what that is just testing for gestational diabetes during pregnancy. They start you out with doing a 1-hour glucose test, which is where you go in, drink the sugary drink, and then they draw your blood to test your blood sugar. And unfortunately, I failed that test by 1 point, so that earned me entrance into the dreaded 3-hour glucose test. Today, I will go in, they'll draw my blood once, have me drink the really gross sugary drink, and then they'll draw my blood sugar levels 3 times. They'll draw it every hour on the hour for 3 hours. So that's going to be a total of 4 blood draws today, which I am not super excited about. But I am going to be bringing my mom with me today. I'm on my way to pick her up. She was nice enough to give up about 4 hours of her day to come to the office with me because I had a terrible experience with the 1-hour glucose blood draw. Not only did the drink make me feel sick, but I got a technician last time that just wasn't paying really that much attention, and she had trouble finding my vein, and it caused me to have a really bad reaction where my blood pressure dropped and I almost fainted and I got sick, and it sucked to kind of be there by myself that day. So she's going to be coming along with me today to help keep me company and hopefully to help distract me while they are going to be pricking me all those times.
Best moments on the video.
Oh, huh?
Best moments on video.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Sorry.
This one's like a pixie stick, like just.
Does it taste orange?
I mean, all you can really taste is the sugar. Like, it gets clogged in the back of your throat.
No really flavor to it.
Not really. Maybe a little bit orange. It's mostly just sugar. Okay guys, so I made it through the first blood draw. They took my fasting levels and they gave me the really nasty sugary drink to drink. With the 1-hour test, it's usually 50 grams of glucose. And for the 3-hour test, they double that and it's 100 grams. So the first one with the 1-hour test, I mean, it tastes like a melted popsicle. It's really not that bad. But this one, the 100-gram one, it like gets caught in your throat. It's very like syrupy. It's hard to swallow. But thankfully, I was able to get it down in the time limit. I did well with the first blood draw with the fasting levels. So now I just have to go back. In an hour, they'll draw my blood. Wait another hour, they'll draw my blood. And wait 1 more hour, and they'll draw my blood. So I'll try to keep you guys updated. Hopefully, my lips are orange from the drink. Hopefully the drink will sit well. You know, you do have to fast for these tests. So literally first thing in the morning, I'm drinking this 100-gram drink, which in case you're wondering is the equivalent of 6 Hershey bars. It'd be like me sitting down and eating 6 Hershey bars first thing in the morning. And the 50-gram one alone makes me really nauseous. So hopefully I can keep myself distracted and that won't be a big issue this time, but I'll keep you guys updated. Okay guys, so sorry if the quality's a little bad. I'm filming this on my phone because I got the settings jacked up on my camera somehow and I still need to fix them. So I went in for my second blood draw, which is my first blood draw after drinking the drink, and she was able to get the blood drawn, but I had another episode, bad reaction to the needle, and I ended up getting sick and like almost passing out again. So that means that this test is not valid. and I'm gonna have to retake it. I feel like crap. The drink makes you feel really bad, and apparently I have like a really sensitive stomach for this type of test. So they told me that I do have to reschedule and come back and start the process all over again, which I'm really frustrated about. But I do see my doctor this coming up Monday, so I'm hoping to be able to talk to her about it. But yeah. Okay guys, so it's been a couple days since that glucose test. I had that on Monday and today is Thursday. In the meantime, I was able to message my doctor and kind of talk to her and explain the terrible experience I've had with the past 2 glucose tests. And I asked her if like there were any alternatives or if it was possible if I could eat anything before having to repeat the test again, because I would probably have the same reaction if I had to go into it on an empty stomach again. And she responded back to me and said that she'd been trying to research alternatives, and other than drinking like a dye-free glucola, which would be the same drink but just without any like artificial dye in it, there's not really any alternative options, and she figured that I would probably react the same way even if the drink was dye-free. But she did have good news. She said, since I only failed my 1-hour glucose test by 1 point, I got a 141 and their cutoff is a 140. She said some hospitals' cutoffs is even a 145. So theirs is just a little bit more on the conservative side. And she was able to get my 2 numbers back from the blood draws that I was able to get through on Monday. So my fasting level, which is the level after I haven't had any food all night, and that first level after the 1st hour blood draw after drinking the drink, she said that both of those were great. They were within normal range. I think my fasting level was 77 and my 1 hour was 105, and it has to be below like 180. And she said that based off of me only being 1 point over failing on the original test, and then with both of my second numbers being good, even though I didn't get to finish the rest of the test, she said she's comfortable right now assuming that I don't have gestational diabetes, but she's gonna continue to check my sugar at each of my office visits that I go to now. I go every 2 weeks. And I'm not sure if that means like a finger prick or an actual blood draw, but I was so grateful to hear that, because I had told my mom after this last test on Monday, I said if I have to take that test again, they need to just go ahead and treat me like I have diabetes and put me on the diet and have me do the finger pricks, because like I can't go through that test again. It's the most miserable feeling when my blood pressure drops and I'm like passing out and I get sick. It just would not be worth it to me to be able to eat sugar and, you know, do that type of thing. I would rather be on the diet than have to take that test again. So when my doctor came back and told me that right now, preliminary, everything seems fine. I'm not changing my diet as of now. I didn't really eat bad or a lot of sugar ahead of time. I will say that this experience has made me more conscious of nutritional values and checking the carb values that are on packages, because that's what diabetics have to watch, is their carb intake. So if I can make reasonable substitutions in the meantime, I do. And I'm more conscious about appropriate serving sizes when I do choose to have like Oreos with my lunch or something like that. I'm a lot more strict on myself. I'll only let myself have like 2 instead of letting the pregnant woman in me take over and maybe eat like 5 or 6. So I think that's like a reasonable compromise in the meantime. I see my doctor again this Monday. Like I said, today's Thursday, so that's in a couple days. If they were to test my sugars and they were to be high in the office, like I said, I would just tell her, let's just go ahead and call it, because I cannot make it through another test and I'll just be put on the diabetic diet. But for now, I'm thanking God that those numbers came back low. She said she feels pretty confident that I don't have it, and I'm sure we'll talk more about it on Monday, and I'll update you guys in next week's pregnancy update if anything changes. But for now, I'm just holding tight. Super thankful that I don't have to take that glucose test again, because I'm apparently weak and just can't handle it. I don't know, man. Some women seem to have no problem with it, but me, apparently my stomach's a little bit weak. So in the meantime, I'm going to enjoy eating carbs in moderation, you know, being a little bit more aware, but not completely cutting out sugar. And yeah, I'll keep you guys updated in next week's video to let you know if anything changes. But thanks so much for watching. This video definitely didn't turn out how I thought it would. I thought I would go in, you know, show you what it's like to take the 3-hour test and get through it no problem. But that's what happens in life and in pregnancy. Sometimes things don't go as planned and you just have to adjust. And maybe there's some other women out there who are like me and can't make it through the test, and you're wondering what's gonna happen. You know, maybe this is something you can talk to your doctor about. But yeah, like I said, I appreciate you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Give this video a thumbs up. That way you don't miss out on any of our videos. And I will see you guys next week in my pregnancy update. Bye.